Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Android the Chihuahua and today we're going to be doing a really fun project with you guys. If you enjoy craft videos, please hit that like button down below and subscribe to see more fun content just like this. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make concrete soap dishes. These are really beautiful looking, and on top of being beautiful, they're very inexpensive to make, which makes them a really good option. So these are just two designs that I made just to show you how different they can look. The shop that I get my molds from is incredible at designing their molds so that they have little spots for all of the water to come out, and they have quite a few different designs. This is one of my favorite shops that I've ever found. It's on Etsy. I'll leave a link in the description to get to the shop. This guy sells really high quality silicone molds, and the silicone molds are so thick that you could seriously make like hundreds of these. And I estimate them to cost around maybe 50 cents in cement, so these are a really good item to add to your shop because they're just beautiful and very cost efficient. So the first thing you're gonna need is some cement. I've heard cement all works incredible, but I got this Pro Mix from the Lowe's near my house, and it's been working like a charm. Now, depending on the type of concrete you get is gonna say how much water you're gonna need. I've been using about a 20% ratio, so if I had 10 ounces of cement, I would be adding 2 ounces of water, and that's been working pretty well for me. You want it to be peanut buttery is what I've heard online, not too soupy. But honestly, I like it like an extra smooth, creamy peanut butter type of texture. It just goes into the mold a lot nicer. The reason you don't want it to be too soupy is because if you add too much water, it's gonna make it really weak. The next thing you're gonna want is some colorant for cement. Mica powders don't really work for this. I mean, they technically kind of do, but you're going to use a lot of them. So cement color is the way to go. You're going to use maybe like a tablespoon of this stuff and it'll color your entire soap dish. So these I also picked up at Lowe's, and these were, in my opinion, super inexpensive. These I think were like $8 for each of them, and there's just so much color in here. You could do so many soap dishes with one of these. And I ended up picking up the red color. They have a beautiful buff, black, and I think I have terracotta in the kitchen. Normally I mix my cement in paper bowls, but I ran out, so in this video I'll be using some plastic cups. I do not recommend the plastic cups. They're very hard to mix in. When it comes to adding color, you can really add as much or as little as you want. I usually mix it straight into my dry cement and give it a stir. Then I'll add my water and stir until everything's really well combined. Once both colors are made, I usually will mix them together and pour them in, or just plop them in next to each other. There's really a million different things you could do with the colors. They even look good if you just do one color per mold, so you can really get creative with these. After our molds are completely filled, I pound it on the table to get out any air bubbles. There is a little machine that I really want to get that does this for you. I'll leave the link to it in the description below, and that would make it easier, but pounding on the table and just jiggling the mold really works well too. I'll usually leave these out overnight before I unmold, although I have read that you can unmold within like 4 hours. It does get hard really quickly, but I'm just paranoid about these things, so I like to let it fully dry. Once you've pulled them out of the mold, they are complete. If you really want to make them extra shiny, you can cover them with epoxy. I did a couple like that to give out as Christmas gifts, and they were gorgeous, but they are also just perfectly fine as they are right now. They're very durable and they're absolutely gorgeous. I love all the different color variations. I usually do them 2 colors at a time just because it's easier for me to mix, and I also usually do them 2 of these at a time. It just seems to be the right amount. And I gave these out for Christmas this year. They were a huge hit, and like I said, my favorite thing about all of the soap dishes that this guy designs is that they have that water spout, because when I was looking for silicone dishes before, I had a very hard time finding ones that were designed well enough to get rid of the water. A lot of them just left your soap bar sitting in the water. And of course, if your soap dishes are not properly putting the water out, you're gonna end up with a soggy soap bar, and nobody wants a soggy soap bar. So these molds, they are the best molds. I will leave everything linked for you guys in the description down below. This guy also has really cool silicones for like candle making vessels, so it's a really great silicone store for just all of your silicone needs. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. Hopefully I see you guys again soon. Bye. He's teeny tiny, he's a teeny tiny dog. Teeny tiny dog, teeny tiny dog. Teeny tiny dog, teeny tiny dog.